What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works and another very short Assetto Corsa tip video. A lot of people seem to find the last one helpful about getting rid of the black bars in VR, which also can really impact your frame rates. If that sounds interesting and that's something that you need to take care of, I'll leave a link or a card or something like that to that video. But another one, absolutely essential if you play in VR. I don't believe it's enabled by default. So if you just hop into Content Manager here, I don't think you need anything else, just the latest version of Content Manager. I don't think you need Sol or anything like this, but it's just a standard feature in CM. But essentially, yeah, it's just very simple. If you come down to VR tweaks, see it's got the little green dot with which obviously indicates there's something new in it. And sure enough, custom VR HUD rendering. It's inactive by default. As you see there, I've changed it to active. Just curious to see what it was, and oh my god, my prayers have been answered. So if you're someone who likes to drive in third person, which I occasionally do, like it's just I can see the car, especially if I'm drifting online or multiplayer. Same thing. Nice one, Brian. Yeah, I just if you're drifting in third person, basically to see the car, like to get a better idea of how close cars are and stuff like that. Obviously, if I'm going for the immersion, I'll go first person into the cockpit. Yeah, a lot of times I'll go for third person. Previously, without this fix, for some reason it never made it in until now. The the HUD would stay in the cockpit. Changing gear, for example, so I use a sequential Thrustmaster shifter. Changing gears, I have to rely on these like little 2 pixels that show me a 1 or a 2 or it could be a 3, it's hard to say, like sort of thing. I'll have to like look in really closely down into the VR cockpit thing. I'll show you a quick comparison of the two just for kind of clarity's sake of exactly what it does. But now it actually brings that out of the cockpit and it displays it on the screen in front of you in VR. Any apps, any the sidebar and all that kind of stuff, it's all actually within the like your actual field of view now, as opposed to down stuck in the cockpit. So again, I'll give you some quick examples and we'll show the difference. So I'm going to start with it off and see the traditional way of how it used to run, basically. Right, so of course I picked the worst card to do it in because this card's cockpit view is actually glitched out and it's on the roof for some reason. But so for example, cockpit now, if I look down at the gear indicator, it's normal size and I can read it clearly. Of course, I go up and down through the gears. That's fine. If I need to change something in the menu, is all my menu bits and pieces there. The problem would be that when I would come out to third person, as I said, they would stay there. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't make that out. Only for knowing that I'm in neutral, there's only like the vaguest pixely shape and end there. You change it to 1, kind of sort of in 1, 2, yeah, you can kind of see a curve at the top. And then the same with the menu. The menu just flat out can't use. Yeah, the menu just unusable, completely unusable. So if I back out, and we will see exactly what happens when we do it properly with this new feature of Content Manager enabled. Right, so here we are back with it enabled, and as you can see there, so same thing, the cockpit view, or in this case obviously from the roof, same thing, gear shifter all fine. There's the menus, but this time when we change, it stays. The menu, they're completely readable, nothing down the cockpit now. I can actually see what gear I'm in. Amazing feature. Again, as I said, not exactly sure how it took them this long to get what in my opinion, which is ignorant of course, such a relatively basic feature implemented in. I guess obviously it's not a priority, they had other things to do, but it's just, I'm delighted. Again, that makes me sound like I don't appreciate it. Absolutely do. It's incredible to have that finally in place, because yeah, it's just as a VR user, like exclusively basically, it's something that I definitely noticed needed to be implemented, because stuff like if you start a game in third person and you're like the car's not like the camera in the car is not right or not set up or something like that, and you need to go to the cockpit view, change it, that can take extra time and just be a pain. Usually like with Sol, with the weather effects, if you want to change the weather effects on the fly as you're driving around, having to like stop and focus and go into the cockpit view and then make the changes, just a hassle. Or like mess with the force feedback clip or something like that, again, having to go inside, just not ideal. Yeah, small little feature, very helpful, and I hope this tip helps you if you're somebody who has had that issue like me and didn't see that issue in there. It's also customizable as well, and so if I exit the game, yeah, so you can also change some parameters here, so you can use other camera modes, which again, I guess is the main functionality of it, but you can change the radius of the shape radius, I guess, of like where on the curvature in front of you certain bits go, brightness, that kind of thing. So yeah, very, very cool. Simple tip. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.